Ask yourself the question, who is the richest person who ever lived in the world? Is it Tesla's Elon Musk, Microsoft Bill Gates, Amazon founder Jeff Bezos? There is only one person, and no one else even comes close to his wealth. If you guess Mansa Musa is the richest person of all time, you would be right. In this video, we show you why. The 14th century was a time of seismic shifts and sweeping transformations. Kingdoms were rising, empires were expanding, and cultures were colliding. From the far reaches of Asia to the heart of Europe, the world was in a state of dynamic flux. In Africa, the scene was no different. The continent was a vibrant tapestry of diverse kingdoms, each with its unique traditions and systems of governance. But amid this diversity, a common thread was weaving its way across the landscape: the spread of Islam. This was a period of intense religious, economic, and cultural exchange, spurred by the growth of trade networks and the movement of people across vast distances. This was the world before Mansa Musa, the richest ever lived, a world on the cusp of great change. Now, with this backdrop in mind, journey with us into the life of Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa was born into a world of power and wealth, yet the exact details of his birth remain shrouded in mystery. The son of a royal family, his early life was undoubtedly one of privilege. Yet, despite his lofty beginnings, few could have predicted the heights he would reach. Theories about his birth place him in the late 12th or early 13th century, in a time when the Mali Empire was already a force to be reckoned with. His upbringing, as the nephew of the reigning king, would have been steeped in the traditions of leadership and governance. His ascension to the throne, however, was anything but traditional. With the king failing to return from a journey, young Musa was thrust into power. He stepped up, ready to lead, showing a glimpse of the formidable ruler he would become. Little did the world know, this young prince would grow to be one of the wealthiest men in history. In 1312, Mansa Musa ascended to the throne, beginning a reign marked by prosperity, expansion, and immense wealth. With the scepter in his hand, he set about transforming the Mali Empire into a beacon of advancement and prosperity. As a ruler, Mansa Musa was both ambitious and visionary. He expanded the boundaries of his empire, annexing many important trade cities such as Timbuktu and Gao, turning the Mali Empire into a hub for commerce and culture. Mansa Musa was well on his way to becoming the richest person ever. He understood the value of trade, and under his leadership the empire flourished, trading in gold, salt, and other precious commodities. But Mansa Musa was not just a conqueror. He was also an astute administrator. Recognizing the need for a robust administrative system to govern his sprawling empire, he divided it into provinces, each administrated by a governor. This decentralization of power ensured efficient governance, maintaining peace and order across the vast territories. Mansa Musa's reign was also distinguished by his commitment to education and Islamic scholarship. He built schools and libraries across the empire, encouraging learning and intellectual growth. He even commissioned the construction of the legendary University of Sankore in Timbuktu, which became a global center of learning, attracting scholars from all over the Islamic world. But what truly set Mansa Musa apart was his astonishing wealth. His empire was rich in gold, and he controlled its production and trade. His wealth was so vast that it's almost impossible to quantify. So much so that when he embarked on his famous pilgrimage to Mecca, he distributed gold so freely that it caused a temporary devaluation of the metal in the regions he passed through. Mansa Musa's reign was a time of unprecedented prosperity and progress for the Mali Empire. He was not just a king, he was a visionary leader, an astute administrator, and a patron of learning and culture. His reign brought prosperity, expansion, and immense wealth, transforming the Mali Empire into a beacon of advancement and civilization. Mansa Musa's reign was a golden age for the Mali Empire, but his greatest journey was yet to come. In 1324, Mansa Musa embarked on a journey that would echo through the ages: his pilgrimage to Mecca. This was not a journey of mere religious devotion, but an expedition of opulence that the world had scarcely seen before. The pilgrimage, known as the Hajj, is an annual Islamic tradition, but Mansa Musa turned it into an unforgettable spectacle. With an entourage of 60,000 men, including heralds dressed in silks who bore gold staffs, the magnitude of his procession was staggering. Accompanied by camels carrying hundreds of pounds of gold, the king's journey was more of a traveling kingdom than a pilgrimage. His lavishness was not confined to his entourage either. Mansa Musa generously distributed gold along his path, leaving a trail of affluence in his wake. This unabashed display of wealth had profound effects on the regions he passed through. In Cairo, the amount of gold Mansa Musa spent caused an economic crisis. The value of gold plummeted, and it took the city's economy a full decade to recover. His opulence was so unprecedented that it disrupted the very economic fabric of the places he visited. Upon his return to Mali, tales of Mansa Musa's grandeur preceded him. His pilgrimage had not only fulfilled a religious obligation, but also strategically positioned Mali on the global stage. The world was now aware of the immense wealth of this West African kingdom, yet his return was not the end of his generosity. Mansa Musa brought back architects and scholars from his journey, who would play pivotal roles in the architectural and cultural development of Timbuktu, further enriching his kingdom. The splendor of Mansa Musa's Hajj left an indelible mark in history, forever linking his name with unimaginable wealth. His pilgrimage was a testament to the grandeur of his reign, a reign that would be remembered for its wealth, generosity, and far-reaching impact on the world. Returning from Mecca, Mansa Musa brought with him scholars, architects, and a desire to transform his empire. His journey to the Holy City was not just a pilgrimage, rather an opportunity to enrich the Mali Empire with the intellectual wealth of the Islamic world. The foundation of this intellectual wealth was the University of Sankore, an architectural marvel that was built in Timbuktu. This wasn't just a place for learning, it was a beacon of knowledge that attracted scholars from across Africa and beyond. Mansa Musa's investment in education was not limited to the construction of this university. He also ensured that it was staffed with the finest scholars of the time. The University of Sankore was a testament to Mansa Musa's commitment to education. It was the heart of a vibrant academic community where scholars gathered to discuss and debate various fields of knowledge, from astronomy to theology. This institution became a symbol of the intellectual might of the Mali Empire, a testament to Mansa Musa's vision. But the transformation was not confined to academia. Mansa Musa's return from Mecca marked a renaissance in architecture as well. The city of Timbuktu, under his patronage, became a canvas for architectural innovation. The Jingareba Mosque, one of the most iconic structures in the city, was built during this period. Its distinct Sudano-Sahelian style architecture, characterized by the use of mud bricks and wooden support beams, was a testament to Mansa Musa's commitment to creating a unique architectural identity for his empire. The impact of these advancements was profound. Mansa Musa's commitment to education and architecture elevated the status of the Mali Empire. It became a hub of intellectual discourse and architectural innovation, drawing scholars and architects from across the Islamic world. Looking back at the richest people in history, only one stands out. In conclusion, Mansa Musa's Hajj was not just a religious pilgrimage, it was a transformative journey that marked the beginning of a golden age in the Mali Empire. His commitment to intellectual and architectural advancement reshaped the landscape of his empire, both physically and intellectually. Mansa Musa not only built an empire of wealth, but also an empire of knowledge. Mansa Musa answers the question of who is the richest person in the world. The sands of time may have worn away the physical traces of Mansa Musa's empire, but his legacy endures. Mansa Musa's reign fundamentally shaped the course of West Africa. His rule saw the Mali Empire flourish, reaching its peak in wealth, size, and influence. The architectural marvels he commissioned, like the legendary University of Sankore in Timbuktu, became epicenters of learning and culture, attracting scholars and artists from far and wide. This golden age of intellectualism and creativity left an indelible mark on the cultural identity of West Africa, a legacy that can still be felt today. But his influence was not confined to Africa. His legendary pilgrimage to Mecca put Mali on the map, quite literally. European cartographers, dazzled by tales of his immense wealth, began to depict Mali and its ruler on their maps. This shifted the world's perception of Africa. No longer seen just as a mysterious land of uncharted wilderness, Africa was now recognized as home to powerful and wealthy kingdoms. As for Mansa Musa himself, his fame endures as one of the wealthiest individuals in history. In the centuries since his death, his fortune has become the stuff of legend. His wealth, calculated in today's terms, is so vast that it's almost impossible to comprehend. This has secured his place in the annals of history, not just as a king, but as a symbol of unimaginable wealth. As we look back at who was the richest person ever lived, only one answer sticks out. Yet wealth was not his only legacy. Mansa Musa was a devout Muslim, a generous patron of the arts and education, and a just ruler. His reign was marked by peace, prosperity, and intellectual advancement. His passion for learning and culture fostered a rich intellectual tradition that continues to inspire Africa and the world. His vast and never-ending empire truly shows that he was and still is the richest person ever in the world. From the pages of history, Mansa Musa emerges not just as a king, but as a symbol of African power, prosperity, and intellectualism. In history, we look and ponder at the richest people of all time. We need to look no more. Mansa Musa fits the bill and then some.